And now it's time for another St. Louis 7, following an episode on OT with Oliver. This episode, really fun conversation with the voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber. Hey, Chris, before we get started, let's talk a little bit about Big Brother, Big Sister, and your involvement with that unbelievable charity.
You know what? Big Brothers, Big Sisters is a spectacular way to get involved with the community. And if you think about it, all they're asking for is 4 hours of time over the course of a month, no more than an hour a week at the minimum. You're going to find you to put more. You apply to be a big brother or a big sister. They match you. They have a process to work for successful matches. They match you with a young person of different ages, depending on what you want and how this works. And you essentially just become a friend of theirs and a mentor. You're not a parent. You're just a friend or a mentor. And I've done this now, both here in St. Louis and when I was in the minor leagues in Springfield, Massachusetts. And I'm going to tell you, the impact you could have on one person today could mean a huge impact on many people down the road. And you may not even know it, what you're doing. So whether it's doing something like just going to the zoo, building a model rocket, going to the science center, just hanging out with a sandwich at a park and eating and talking, it all matters. And we need men. We need men to come be big brothers. We've got a waiting list that's too big. We need men. So I'd encourage, David, and thanks for giving me a chance to say this to everybody, go to Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri, check out the program and become a big brother or a big sister. It's an spectacularly rewarding experience.
Excellent. All right, time for St. Louis 7. We asked 7 questions only St. Louisans probably can answer. The first one, I apologize beforehand. You went to Country Day. What do you remember? What do you cherish as you think about your days at Country Day?
Well, the sacrifices my mom and dad had to make just so I had the ability to go there. But you're just taught to think and to be successful. And that's, I don't think I'm where I am today if I hadn't have gone there and had that approach ingrained in me. So I'm appreciative of all the teachers, the great friends, the amazing history of that school, but just the all-around attitude to be successful and to fight to be successful is what I took out of it.
You're from St. Louis. You're told you are now the voice of the St. Louis Blues. Where do you go to celebrate?
Well, we had the day I was told, we had the press conference. We actually had the announcement live on KTRS that night at Westport. So a whole group of friends and family met there at Westport, and we just hung out at Ozzy Sports Bar and celebrated right there until the bar closed.
Where'd you take the cup?
Okay, so I was very fortunate enough that the St. Louis Blues gave the broadcasters a small window with the cup. I had it here at my house. Was able to put it right in my dad's lap. Then we took it down from here just so we didn't waste any time traveling. And the guys that run our group, but we took it to Joey B's here in Manchester. Mm-hmm. Had another little party with it there. So more friends and family and acquaintances could get a chance to see it. And over the 3 hours, we made sure a lot of people got to experience that cup. It was pretty special.
When you go to Ted Drew's, what do you order, Chris?
Ooh, boy, I'll order everything. But the last couple of times, it's become a family tradition over the last 15 years where we go there to get our Christmas tree. And I'm glad we got it there early this year, knowing that and didn't know it was going to sell out like it did. But so we go there. But I think the last few times I've gone to Ted Drew's, I've just gotten a simple Oreo concrete.
Do you happen to have a favorite sporting event that you attended in St. Louis that wasn't the Stanley Cup?
Favorite sporting event. Actually, so I worked in Springfield, Massachusetts. I mean, I got several of them that go around the Cardinals, but even though the Cardinals lost the 2004 World Series, to have my father-in-law, who's a Red Sox fan, or some close friends from Springfield come in and experience the World Series in St. Louis, and even when they won the Boston wins at Busch Stadium, and the way the Cardinal fans treated these friends of mine, dumped beer on them in enjoyment and stuff like that, it was really special. So that was pretty good. Although I do have to tell you, as great as that experience was, it still makes me cringe to think that they were filming that Drew Barrymore, Jimmy Fallon movie on the field at that game. I could have lived without seeing that one.
You me both, brother. When people come and visit you in St. Louis, where do you take them?
Well, we take them out to my brother's barn, Castlewood Stables, let them experience some horses. We'll go, if they're coming from a touristy standpoint, we do we'll do the arch, we'll do the brewery. We do a lot of that aspect of things. One of my favorite places, though, to go hands down in St. Louis has been the Science Center, always will be the Science Center. But man, there's a lot of great places. Like you could take them on a bluffs and have them let them see a great view of the river at Castlewood Park, or if they're in town for a few days, take them out to, the Merrimack Springs Park and take them trout fishing. So I'm all about just taking it and doing whatever experience. If they come during the January timeframe, we go up to Alton and show them all the eagles. So, and then it's a beer and pizza at Obie Clark's. So it's I'm kind of up for trying about anything and everything when they come into town.
No, we talked about the cup. Were you at Obie's when the players brought the cup over to Obie's?
I was. Yeah. I was. Actually, I wasn't gonna be. So a fun little story.
Drew you in. You couldn't avoid it.
Well, my youngest daughter's birthday is on May 10th, and we were playing that day, so we couldn't celebrate her birthday then. And we said, okay, we'll just celebrate it when the season's over. Well, the season goes long. So that night we get back and said, hey, let's celebrate Ava's birthday. So we decided we'll take the kids to Paul Mano's where she wanted to go. Kind of, she loves having a special dinner that Paulie cooks up at Paul Mano's. And I get a call at about 4:00 from somebody that said, man, where are you? I go, I'm at home, gonna take the kids out for a birthday dinner. And they said, you got to be up here, man. The cup's here at Obie Clark's. You got to get here. I said, okay. I looked at Chris. I said, I think we ought to go to Obie Clark's. Well, we just told Ava. We went to Ava and said, we're going to push your birthday dinner back another day or two. Not only are your mom and I going, but just you guys can heat something up in the microwave. So we did it. But yeah, I got there and we had a pretty special moment in time. And man, the way the players connected with this city and celebrated with fans that whole time with that cup is just spectacular. Something amazing.
I know. Thank you for doing the games in such a way. I just think they're clear. You're not biased, but you're poignant to the point where I'm understanding the game better when I'm not looking at it or when I don't know as much about hockey as you do. So for what it's worth, man, appreciate your job. Appreciate what you do.
Yeah, thanks. Our job is to bring the game to people that can't see it. And man, if we don't tell it like it is, like, yeah, we get on the refs, but we get on them for both ways. Like if we don't tell it like it is, you don't have much integrity. So we'll tell it like it is. It's amazing how straightforward we are that some people think that we're just complete shills for the team. But which is not the case. So it's kind of funny. You'll never make everybody happy, but I appreciate you saying that, David, because you know that you make the smart ones happy. And those are the ones that'll tune in and keep listening. So thanks to everybody for listening. I know it's a personal choice to turn that radio on and welcome Joey and myself, or it was Chaser for a long time before that, into your car, into your house, into your wherever you are listening to games. And it's a privilege to bring the games to everybody.
All right. If you like the St. Louis 7, got about 80 of them so far on the YouTube channel, OT with Oliver. If you want to hear the podcast, wherever you get your podcast, that's OT with Oliver. My last question in some way, shape, or form is usually the following. Chris, what makes you proud to be a St. Louisan?
The people, the way of the Midwest hospitality approach to kindness. You say hello, you reply. I think the last 4 years and even the last 9 months has done a lot to try and divide that. We haven't had the leadership that we've needed at any level of this to make it worth it, but the people are the ones that pull through it themselves. So I think it's just the good old Midwestern hospitality, kindness of this city. This is one of the most charitable cities in the country, and they back it up with their wallet and their kindness everywhere you go. So I think that's what makes me most proud to say I'm from St. Louis.
Before I forget, the new podcast, what's it called again?
Yeah, we're launching a podcast. Myself, Tim Woodburn, and John Hadley. We're calling it Bourbon, Biscuits, and Barn Burners. So we'll be breaking down Blues hockey and talking everything NHL.
Hey, Chris, stay healthy, stay good.
All right, David. Thank you.